Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Mission Transition. Today I've got a very special guest. I've got Chloe Clark here, my stepdaughter.
Hello.
Who is also the owner and founder of Tarottwelve. Today we're going to talk a bit about Mission Transition and Tarottwelve and just talk about our experiences and that. So welcome Chloe, nice to meet you again today. How are you? You all right?
I'm very good, thank you, sure. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. No, it's a privilege.
Even though you see me every day, but...
Yes, I do, yes. But I feel that you have a lot to say and to spend and tell people what your experience is and that. So I think let's start it off then basically in regards of how did you end up, firstly with Tarottwelve, and also how did you end up over here in the UAE?
I'll start with how I ended up in the UAE. If you'd asked me many moons ago about living in Dubai, I probably might have looked at you twice. As you know, I did go to Australia and lived that life for a short time, and then came to visit. And within about 6 hours of being off my flight, I was on a call with someone about marketing. And if you know me, the one thing about me is I'd say it's a passion, but also slight obsession. I do love the fields, everything that comes with it. And yeah.
And that was, if I can remember rightly, so that was was that September last year time, I think?
Yeah, so exactly a year. And a year later, I'm now a business owner.
I think me and your mum, we kind of obviously, like you said, we invited you to come over for a holiday, as they say.
Booked me a one-way
ticket. And then, like you said, I think me and your mum kind of knew that you, once you got over here, we'd only been over here for 3-4 months at that time.
I think everyone knew, bar me. But
apart from yourself.
Yeah. I was like, no, I'm going to go back and live on the beach.
And so obviously coming from Australia to here, I mean, Australia's I've never been obviously, but it's a beautiful country. So it was quite an easy decision for you to make once you was over here and you saw it, for what was the opportunities and things like that for you?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Australia's amazing. Yeah. Loved my time there. I just think, well, you know me many years. I'm a very business motivated person, very work centered. But I think you should be doing something that you enjoy, and it's very much part where in Australia, as much as I did love it, it's actually very spread out. But most people know this. I'm sometimes under a rock with these things, and I didn't really get too much of a good footing when it came to the kind of marketing side of things. And I did kind of start Tarottwelve, or the kind of the creative process of all that in the UK. Yeah. And then I'd say it's a very nice gap year.
And now it started taking off, hasn't it? Because you kind of I'm sure you was offered a job on that 2 weeks holiday that you was here, wasn't you?
Yeah, it was within 6 hours, I think, very much to Mum. She knows how to get me.
That's true.
Which is through marketing. So yeah, that was literally 6 hours. I think I was so very jet lagged from the flight, and I think the first week I started doing some interviews. Yeah.
It was 2 or 3, I think.
And went from there, yeah. Within I remember at the end of the 2 weeks of being here, I was getting ready to start with a company, which was amazing. And I think that was kind of this is the path that...
So when you started work over here, we won't mention the companies, but you was obviously working straight away. Was you already in the back of your mind thinking, right, I can really take advantage of myself being over here with Tarottwelve and start to make it grow? And was you already thinking about this in the back of your mind subconsciously?
Definitely. I think it was just I think Dubai is that amazing place where kind of everybody you speak to, you'll have the normal kind of chit chat, but then it is always, what are you doing? What business or what projects have you got going on? And I think really I would literally just be having lunch with some of my colleagues and whatnot, and it would literally just be them talking about projects and stuff that they were starting. And that was also very motivating. And got me thinking a lot as well. So I think that's been such a blessing, is that the opportunity has been kind of endless, and really just I've been able to kind of make my way in the space. So it's good. Yeah.
which now brings you, so you've been here for just over 12 months now, and now you are solo Tarottwelve, which is gone really quick. I'm sure you can agree that the time over here flies by.
Everyone's
than it
like,
does.
don't hand your notes in. And I was like,
But you've done
handing
it.
it in.
You've done it,
And so far.
And so far, it's, you know, it's growing. I mean, I see you on a daily basis. You are like busy, busy, busy. So how are you finding it with, you know, being an entrepreneur with Tarottwelve? You know, are you enjoying it so far? Are you happy with the decision to go solo, so to speak? Are you happy with that choice so far? A few months into it now?
Definitely. I think also the fact with my marketing career, also with my marketing career, I was a marketing director. So I was basically quite at the kind of peak of marketing. And I think there's just, for me, also time is very valuable. And as much as I have not even a bad word to say about the companies before, like I had my time there and whatnot, but I think that was also very important to me, and just having a lot more kind of a creative path for that.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've actually have a really good friend / kind of business mentor who's had an agency in Dubai for many years, and I've just met so many people as well that I've had quite a lot, and yourself, a lot of people around me that have started businesses. So as much as I have been solo, I can't sit here and say that's been kind of, I've had a lot of kind of inspiration, and there's so many people I can call if there's, if I have a question or I'm like maybe unsure. Definitely at the start, there was a couple of teething issues. That was more me, like just processes and stuff as well when you're onboarding clients and deadlines and just getting everybody into the swing. And I work with obviously people and businesses, but everyone works different.
Right, okay, so obviously we spoke a bit about Tarottwelve, but for people that are watching that don't know about Tarottwelve, just tell us a little bit about what it is that you provide and offer and the services, so to speak, for people, not just in the UAE, but, well, worldwide, I suppose, really, isn't it?
Perfect. So Tarottwelve is a personal branding, basically, agency. We do this through consulting and kind of content creation. So in this world, and especially in the kind of marketing landscape, we are kind of flooded with AI and everyone's online. There's so much content, and it used to be before, if you you had your brand or something, you would just post an image, where now it is very content and video heavy. I work a lot with professionals and businesses, and basically some of them, they bring some of their personal life, but it doesn't always have to be their personal life. It's really just them in their field talking about it, and I go film with them. Then we will do quite a lot of videos, and then I'll go back, I'll edit them, and then they have them to basically post at their disposal. And because Dubai people are busy, they're very busy, so we normally just a couple of hours, and it basically just gives them the exposure of them in their niche, of being knowledgeable, of being experts. And
I think what it's great is that on a daily basis, like myself, and I'm sure like if your mum was here, she'd say the same, that you're constantly either on your phone or you're editing, or you're thinking about your next move. Do you know what I mean? And it's good because it's like, it makes me proud, like as your stepdad, and also obviously your mum is very proud as well. Do you know what I mean? So,
thanks, guys.
And this is, no, it's cool. It's true though, you know, we have told you this. I'm not just saying this because we're doing a podcast, but it's true. And like, and this is only the beginning. Do you know what I mean? And you've already said that you may need to start expanding, i.e. people to help you, whether it's just doing editing or taking calls, just to take that little bit of pressure away from you so you can concentrate on other things on the business to make it grow. And it's tough, you know, but you're doing really well at it. And like I say, it's becoming very, very popular, and you must be really excited about what the future is bringing for yourself and Tarottwelve, surely.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited, and I think the good thing is like I enjoy it. Like, maybe sometimes with the editing, it
can be a bit tired.
I lose some marbles, but no, I enjoy it, and it's great as well to like. I film in locations, and I tend to meet my clients or go into the business itself, and that collaboration's it's fun. And we're in the world where people buy from people, and
Yeah.
now I feel like the internet, it's very crowded, and you're just kind of going, well, this is what I do, and even yourself, you'll know
Yeah.
very much so coming on to here that how good personal branding is. Like
Yeah,
how you
definitely.
can go from you're shouting with no one to hear to you're shouting and you've got 5,000 people shouting back at you.
Yeah, just talking about mission transition. I mean, you've really helped me with like the website building. If anybody's watching that wants to have a look at it, www.missiontransitionuae.com. That's what you created. You made that. You helped me with the logo, the name. We went through and sat down together. What should I call it? This, and this, and you came through with different ones. So
I do love a brainstorm.
yeah, you do. Yeah, you
And
really
if
do.
anyone's hearing this, I no longer take website submissions.
You've got the time. You need to, you know what I mean? But you've really helped us, like myself. So it's really good that if there's any people there that are thinking about doing the same sort of thing, to definitely, as they say, hook you up or whatever, or give you a call. I mean, if people can find you, what's the website called? And
So the website is a little bit is plain, but we are literally at Tarottwelve.com, and then the socials are the exact same as well. You can message me there.
Yeah.
And then I'm happy to book in a call.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you can fit any more people in.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's great what you do. And do you find that, so obviously you have a good balance as well, because you have quite a good social life. You've got a circle of friends over here that you get on well with, and you what's good to see is that even though you're really, really busy, you still take that time of a day or two out of the week, whether it doesn't have to be on a weekend, it could be any, where you go and you just kind of like, just chill out, whether it's
I do still bring my laptop. If any of my clients are seeing this, I do still bring my laptop out. I think it's good that the connections and friends I've made here, they're all busy. Everyone's working. Like there's not really anyone in my life that I can say doesn't have a good work ethic. I think it's definitely a Dubai thing as well. And a lot of my friends as well are business owners or and business partners and stuff as well. So like it's motivating there. And when my days do clear up, I'll go see the sun.
100%.
I think that's one of the benefits. Is it's good sometimes just to be, because I think as well, if you're starting a business, it can be so screen heavy. You're so like you're on calls, you're checking your calendar, like well, for me, editing emails, like there's so much that you're just kind of, you can be very plastered to your screen. And I think sometimes it's great that there's so many kind of opportunities and stuff in Dubai that you can just go take yourself for an afternoon or even chill by the pool and just kind of.
Yeah, because you've got to have that kind of like cut-off point. No matter whether you're on the front of a laptop or not. I always learnt this years ago in the military, is that there's always a certain time, everybody's different, from when you wake up in the morning and when you're at your peak, whatever time that is during the day, and then a certain time at the night time is when you have to cut it off, because sometimes you could be just looking at a screen or trying to take information in or thinking of what you need to do, but it's going in, but you're not registering. Do you know what I mean? So that's when you need to.
You're going to start diluting yourself in the work. Yeah, you can't be. It's still full on, but like you can't be full on. I think that's definitely a learning curve I've found through my years. Is I'll sometimes go full steam ahead and then basically hit a brick wall and then be like, oh, like why have I not got the creativeness or and it's because I've kind of just burned myself. More so when I was in
Australia.
No, I was going to say more so when I was in salaried kind of places, because they're very.
Yeah. What's good though is that it's like, so like our working pattern. So obviously I work full time, don't I? But then I come home and you're working, you're sat there like, doing your stuff and that, whether it's editing or taking calls or things like that. And then I'm straight on my laptop working straight away. And then your mum comes in and she finishes work. And then if you notice with me, I'll work for a few hours, but then I'm like, right, boom, that's it. I'm cutting off now, and whether I sit and watch a film or just chill or whatever, and then I'll go to bed. And that's what works for me, though. Do you know what I mean? And then you're
on the laptop,
still on the laptop,
I can't keep my eyes open.
On the silent hours and that. But because you have a different working pattern and you know what your body, when you're at your peak and out to.
Sometimes I'll be early, more to be like. I think it depends because the workload, and you'll know yourself, the workloads change. Sometimes it can be that I'm kind of just during the day, then I've got a bit more time in the evenings, and then when I do have a fair bit of editing, that's when the days do get definitely longer. With time, I've got a clipper, which this a bit, I don't know if this is technical jargon, but they basically just clip up the footage and stuff for me. That's the near future. I'll then look at having an editor, which then means I can kind of free myself up more to have more consultations and have more reports, and then putting even kind of more clients on because I'll be there to film them and
So
would be a lot more present in that term.
Would you recommend them? Say if people are watching this, hopefully they are. People back in the UK or Australia or wherever, and would you recommend people to not necessarily come out to Dubai or the UAE? Okay, because it's not just Dubai. There is a big, the UAE, 7 Emirates and that, so Abu Dhabi, places like that. Would you recommend people to come over here and just witness it for themselves? And also, would you recommend people to, even if they want to stay in the UK or whatever, and go, right, actually, I've got a lot to offer, and just go solo and create their own business? Would you recommend that to people?
I definitely, maybe not. I feel like in the UK, it's very it's oversaturated with a lot of the things, and just no fault to anyone's own, but it's a little bit harder to kind of pave your own way, and it's not all about business and work there. I would definitely say, I think regardless if you're coming to the UAE has great benefits. You should always kind of just move from where you grew up on. It's a good thing to get you out of your comfort zone and really put you, do you really know yourself until you're on a plane, moving to this side of, obviously it's also a privilege to travel and stuff as well. So if you are able to have that opportunity, I think definitely go for it. Even if it's,
I agree.
You're going to go backpacking, or if you're going to move to Dubai or go to Australia or Canada, if you can, and I think it's a great thing. You learn so much. You meet, there's so many different cultures and so much that you're going to learn, and just the way you view work, yourself, people around you. And
you're always developing yourself as a person. Because I always say to Lydia Callum, and I say to Lexi as well, and we've said it to Joshua as well, there's a whole world out there. Joshua could come on to another conversation.
There's a lot of kids.
There's a lot of kids. There's 5 kids actually, if everybody's watching. Obviously, Chloe, Joshua, my stepchildren, and Lydia, Callum and Lexi, my kids. But I've always said, there's a big wide world out there. Go and see it 100%. And some places you'll love, some places you'll hate. Some nice countries, not so nice countries. But it makes you, and it's constantly, you're always evolving and developing yourself, whether you know it or not, to get you to that point where you think, right, okay, I've learned a lot of skills out there from being abroad or whatever. And I think that's what you're benefiting now, because you've came over to move over here last year. So you would have been just before you turned 24, or just turned 24? Yes. Okay. So
that was the mid-20s.
It's gone quick, isn't it?
I know, everyone keeps telling me I've aged like wine. I was
God,
like, right.
Yeah, 25 now.
Aged like wine. I'm not there yet.
That's what me and your mum can say that.
I was like, a few people said that to me, and I was like, wait.
But you've come over at the right time though, because you learned them skills and that from back at home.
Yeah, life has done a 360. The amount I've learned in a year, and just, if you had asked me a year and a half ago who this person is today, I would have been like.
But you like what you see though, yeah? When you look at yourself in the mirror.
Oh yeah.
There you go. That's.
I know my face doesn't say it, but I'm a very happy person. I'm very happy that I've also had the privilege to have my own business and actually kind of get that off the ground and be my own boss. What made you? I'm actually proud of you guys also coming to the moving as well. I think I definitely did plant a seed there many moons ago with my lectures of we should go and explore the world.
To be fair, I remember you saying that actually. Was that back in Scotland, was it?
I'm pretty sure I had a presentation on why I was moving to Australia, but do you love a presentation?
Yes, yeah. No, I do remember you laying the seed actually, to be fair. But the thing is though, with myself, This is us moving over to me now, is it? I like how you did that. I like that, but that's cool. Yeah, I mean, obviously I was coming to the end of my military career. I had a few more years left, didn't I? And I could have taken that if I wanted to, but I was like, right, 22 years. It's time to move. If I don't do it now, am I going to do it? And obviously, as we know, our friends, my mate Rich and, Athena, they were over here anyway. So that was made life a bit easier. But I remember obviously mentioning it to your mum. And I was like, why don't we just move over to Dubai? And I remember your mum's face going, what? I don't think she knew where that was, first of all, to be fair. I'm not sure.
You know that she did want to move to Australia
many
moons ago.
She's never mentioned that to me.
I'm just going to start it
on
secret. Video.
Another secret. Wait until I get home. But
cut that out.
But no, don't cut it. No, it was cool. But with me, and I think you know this anyway, when I get an idea in my head and I want to do something, I make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I think it's just the military in me. It just drive. We came over here. Obviously, me and your mum come over here. Stayed at Rich and Athena's for a long weekend, so that she could have a look at it. But if you remember, I was very clever because the day that you were moving to Australia, do you remember? And we took you to Heathrow Airport.
I didn't even know this.
Ah, okay, there we go.
I remember that you booked to go.
No. I booked it. I saw it as an opportunity. One, we wanted to take you ourselves to Australia, to the airport, to Heathrow Airport. But I knew your mum was going to be beating herself up, not beating herself up, but down, because and I can understand. Her daughter's going to move, halfway around the world or around the world, basically.
Even though I lived in a different country. Right?
So I was like, right, okay. I said to her, well, why don't we go to Dubai? Or take you down to Heathrow as planned. But instead of us getting back in the car to drive all the way back up to Scotland, or no, Catterick, we'll just get another flight. We'll just get a flight and come over here. And she was like, okay.
So great fun in the lounge.
Yeah, had some great fun in the lounge. So obviously we said, bye, Chloe, see ya. Obviously we were sad, but then she had 3 or 4 days of something to look forward to take her mind off it a little bit, even though she didn't fully. She obviously, I think we spoke to you while we were in fact we did, to make sure you got there okay and everything. But it was also a recce for us to have a look over here to see if she liked it. I knew I was going to like it. And I'd already spoke to Lydia, Callum and Lexi to see what their thoughts were on it. And they were like, yeah, go for it, Dad, go for it. Obviously, because they could come here and have a good holiday whenever they want, which they have done so far, which is great.
If they would like.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's 4 times I think they've come over here so far, but which is brilliant. I see more of them over here than I did when we was in Catterick. Not sure why, but there we go. I know why. So yeah, we came over here. I started work in defence, which I'm still doing now, which I really enjoy. And then I thought, I want to help people like through LinkedIn, to get to where they want to get, because I worked really hard on LinkedIn for months on a daily basis when I was still in the military. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, trying to get networking over here, trying to get that job. And it happened. So then I thought, well, yeah, why not just...
So what was the kind of like exact day that you were like, this is mission transition, this is something I have here? I
think what it was is, because as you know, I was doing one-to-one helping people on LinkedIn. So I had the 5-stage module. So that was just kind of like, that was nothing.
I remember the 5-stage module.
Yeah, you remember that? You helped me with that as well, didn't you, actually? Yeah, you created the modules for me, actually. I sent you the thing in, you did all the formatting and that. So another thing that you're good at as well. So yeah, that really helped. So helping people to go through the journey, because it's quite daunting for military people to use social media, especially something like LinkedIn. It's like we've got so much to say and so much to offer, but how do we use it? And it was the same for myself, initially. But I thought, I'm really good at this. And then your mum said, well, why don't you do it on a regular basis, more regular, like, maybe, because I was doing it for nothing, which I didn't mind, but it was taking up a lot of my evening time, an hour at a time speaking to people, and I was getting 2-3 a night. There's like 3 hours a night, and I wasn't charging anything. And I thought, right, okay, I'll start charging something, only a small fee. And I thought, well, there's, everybody's happy with this, so people are happy with what I'm delivering. I'm making a little bit of extra money. So,
and you're giving your time as well.
Yeah, exactly. It was a lot of my own time and that. And then I thought, well, why don't I? There's another guy that's out here who was doing it as well, who was helping military people find jobs. And I thought, well, I'm good at this. Why don't I just add this to the package, so to speak? And then next minute, I'm talking to you saying, right, what do you reckon I should call my company? This, and this. And you said, I'm sure it was you said, what about mission
I do love branding.
Yeah.
It's
and you said, what, mission transition? And I thought, do you know what? That works because it's quite easy off the tongue. It's mission. What's your mission? Which all military people through their careers, what's the mission? Blah, blah, blah. And I thought, well, people leaving the army, what's their next mission? Is they need to transition out of the civilian life. And it's so simple, but
quite
effective.
nail on the head. But I'm kind of also surprised it wasn't taken.
True. There is sort of a mission transition.
Bias as well, but I think it's the nail on the head, but it's not too.
Yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect. And I think you even helped me with as the picture, which you did.
Somewhat, yeah. I gave you
you helped me
concept,
with a lot, pretty much all of it, really. You did. And then I thought, right, let's get to work. So it's just talking to people around the world. And now Mission Transition has gone to another level where it's like, wow, I'm going to need to start employing someone to take this over. Not necessarily, it's not the business is not ready to go, right, okay, I can sit back and chill. But I wanted it it's a family business. So you obviously help, or you have helped, and you keep me in that right direction in regards of, what to put on social media or something like that as well, because there's obviously a different, I look at it slightly different.
You get a little phone call sometimes.
Yeah, you're the SME on you're always calling me saying,
what is
why
that?
have you put this up? What are you doing this? That looks terrible, that looks good, or blah, blah, blah.
I've known the golden approval of social media. To be fair, on LinkedIn, there's never really anything there. Sometimes on the...
I think LinkedIn, I've got it nipped, I think.
Yeah, you're like great on LinkedIn.
I'm all right at that. I'm without sounding cocky now. It's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Facebook's not really that.
No, to be fair, your material has substance and there's value in it. Just sometimes doesn't match the dimensions of the frame. But apart from that, great.
That's great. Me getting told off. That is, by the way, she's
great.
It's good. It's good.
There are little things that, like, unless you're either really avid on social media and you've been doing it for years, or you're trained in it, then
which I am none of them. So I'm just learning as I go along, really. Do you know what I mean?
And then luckily,
it's
your family.
Yeah, exactly. And like Lydia's back at home, she does it. She does the recruiting, the kind of like the administration side. So initially, some people either speak to the Mission Transition profile on LinkedIn, or they speak to Lydia, asking about, is there any roles? And if there is roles that we've got going, which we do have, they're speaking to her, and then she's kind of like taking them, starting them off on their journey, first of all, with their CV, what they're looking for, just trying to tailor a package for what they're after. And then they'll, speak to me then. And I love it because I just like helping people, it's really good. Like to talk.
Vouch for that.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
You are really good at
helping
conversations.
Yeah, I like to, maybe I might waffle a bit too much sometimes, but that's just who I am. Where your mum, my wife Louise, is completely the opposite, does not like talking. So I do the talking for both of us.
Just in case mum does hear this, just know that we love you a lot, and
we do love you.
Please don't look us at the house.
No, but it's great. And I know your mum has helped, and will help if and when needed. Now obviously she's working, so she's helped out as well. And there's even scope that I want to kind of like get Callum and Joshua to be like the business development kind of like guys. So Joshua to be the business development for the UAE, and Callum to do it for the UK, which I think will work. I don't think it's at that stage just yet, but that's what
we're putting it down, pen on paper.
Yeah, that will work. And then obviously, we've got Lexi, who's who's got the company motto, which strengthen Lexi, strengthen us. So it's a perfect package for all of us. We've all got a little bit of the pie, and it's just enjoyable. I just enjoy doing it. So yeah, it's cool.
No, it's definitely great to see. Like, and I can vouch. Like, I've seen you literally coming from a very long day at work, and you're on that laptop, and everybody gets the almost same energy level, same respect. It's not as if you're like, had a long day, I've got a call. Like, you are there, and I even remember you just showing like feedback, and people that have gave you like, thank you, Stuart, for helping me. And I think that it's not only just a business and a job for you. You can see it's rewarding.
Definitely.
And both. One question I'd also say is if someone maybe has just left the army, they're leaving the army, or they're just looking at the UAE, how would they go about speaking to you, the website, and you also post jobs and whatnot as well?
Yeah, so obviously we've got the website that you created. Yeah, again, so that's www.mission.
No one can be mean about it, guys.
So yeah, they could get us in different ways, to be fair. So it's www.missiontransitionuae.com. Or they can send an email at info@missiontransitionuae.com, or they can get me on LinkedIn on my personal one. Ideally, that's my personal one, so they can use the Mission Transition LinkedIn profile, or they can reach out to Lydia Collins as well on her profile as well on LinkedIn. Or even if they've just got my number, they can, my UK number people have, or the UAE number. I won't say the number on here, but if they've got my number, then they can give me a WhatsApp sort of thing, like, do you know what I mean?
3 a.m.
But yeah, I mean, what's crazy is that like there's so many people that reach out to me on a daily basis, whether it's the UK, whether it's over here, or in the Middle East, or even in other countries now, where they're saying, Stu, how did you make this happen? How did this work? What did you do? They just want to get that information, and I think that's probably why I thought, well, I can't. It's really demanding to spread yourself out to so many people, whether it's a WhatsApp, it's a phone call, it's an email, and that, which comes with the territory. I get that. But I thought, well, do you know what? I want to start doing a YouTube channel, okay? i.e. Mission Transition, CV podcast. And now we're doing podcasts, which obviously the first one that we did with Barry, which was a long distance one because he was in the UK, but you edited that, okay? So you are kind of like a lot of the company, to be fair. We're talking about this and you do a lot for the company, really, which is great. You know what I mean? Because it helps me as well. And now
5-star review.
Yeah. This is cool. This is definitely. And now I thought, well, if we start doing podcasts so that people who I do have already that want to have a chat with me that are over here, then this is a perfect platform because I can get my word out easier by using a podcast and on YouTube, and put this on the Mission Transition so that I can answer a lot of people's questions where they might not get the opportunity, or I might not get the opportunity to have that one-to-one with them for whatever reason. So yeah, I think it's just a good idea, and this is our first podcast, isn't it? So I'm quite enjoying it so far. I think it's good.
Very unplanned.
Yeah. We're just winging this, It's a very relaxed environment, and it's good because as soon as you announced, which was 2 weeks ago, Tarottwelve. See what we're doing here now. It's back to you. But I thought as soon as you announced about Tarottwelve, like it was official, registered over here, your business account, everything, all that's all in good order, that we need to do this like podcast and just talk about it, and just because you've got a lot. We both got a lot to talk and tell people about.
It's exciting, and I think it's good as well. It's like it's also a bit funny as well. We both started a business in the same year. We were both kind of navigating that process, different fields, but I think that's quite. Not many people can say that, but
no. It's a successful household, or one half of it is.
It's
anyway. It's good. No, it's good all overall.
It's but that's what I'm saying. Even the household itself, it's very. When I come and go, it's very motivating. And even if someone's got an idea, you're going to get a full business plan. You're going to get the brand in there. My little brother, dear God help him. Literally will have he would just say something in passing, and then you get basically tag teamed by me and you with here's a business plan. This is how you can scale it out. Here's the branding. This gets started there. And it
happened the other day. It's happened twice. So if people don't know what's going on, but Josh was training to be a PTI, freelance as well, working in a gym, but also he's thinking about doing his own business as well. And he's 20, and he's walked up the stairs many times on some of the evenings, and he's like, I've just come back from the gym, and he's had people reach out to him saying, "Oh, can you help me with this?"
And
as
he's
walking up
building
the steps-
clientele, and he doesn't realize it.
And we're like, you need to start making your own WhatsApp group. You need to start doing this. Tell people, give some free one-to-ones, a few free lessons in the community. And then you've got your core there, and you've got a platform to work off. And then people are going to network, and you're going to, it's going to spread. And then you can start charging and things like that. And so, and he's probably thinking, I've only just got back from the gym, and what are you guys talking about? But we can see the bigger picture. Yeah. And your mum's seen it as well when she's
don't get me wrong. There was actually a few years ago, he said actually about making videos and stuff like that. He's very passionate about the gym, which is great to see. Like, if you're passionate about something and you can create it into what you do every day, go for it. But he's just not to aid him, but I know he's a little bit nervous in the video side, but it's great when you've literally got a sister who's trained in content creation and who's there, like, use one of my Osmos, go for it. And it's like, although the first couple of times you do anything, it's not going to be comfortable, but if everything was comfortable, it wouldn't be worth it. Like, you have to go out and do the things you don't want to do, and then you end up actually being like,
you reap the benefits and take yourself out of the comfort zone, isn't it? So obviously we're going to have to talk about your mum. If we spoke about me, we spoke about you, we spoke about Joshua. We can't talk about Bailey and Junior, even though they're happy with the transition.
We don't need to talk about the dogs. Don't really do anything to sustain their lifestyle, but they enjoy their lifestyle.
Yeah, they go to the beach whenever they want.
Dogs.
Petsville.
Yeah.
Go to the gym. Go to the beach when it's not too hot, which is, this is the okay time to do that now. So they're happy.
You love the pill. But
your mum, I mean, she's now, she's taking it to another level, I think, as well, because your mum was obviously, if people don't know, is a burns nurse back in the UK for the NHS for God knows how many years.
She was going round in the hospitals and
she was doing it outreach as well, weren't she? When we moved to Catterick, so that was a stepping stone, and then obviously doing it for the military as well, the British Army as well, which is obviously where I met your mum. Okay, that's for another episode probably. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But now she's working for a medical centre here in Dubai, where she looks out the window and there's the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world.
Downtown, she's got
do you know what I mean?
She's got a good view.
Yeah, and I say to your mum all the time, I'm so proud of her, so proud of her. Do you know what I mean? And I know she doesn't like that kind of like fuss and that, but she's, who would have thought like 18 months ago, if someone said, right, you guys are all going to be living in Dubai, you're going to have your own business, I'm going to have my own business, but still work full time for a defence company in the UAE, which I absolutely love. Joshua's on the verge of just about to go and be a qualified PTI, and your mum is now working for a high, established business that's come from the UK, that's over here, that's got something very unique to offer, and working deep down in Business Bay in Dubai. It's crazy, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow. It's like, if we'd have said that 2 years ago, we'd have just gone, what?
This is the moment when it's like, stay delusional.
Yeah. And what does it always say on a daily basis? Well, pretty much daily basis. What do I say to like you and your mum and that?
We live here.
Hey, guys, we live here.
We're like exposing ourselves.
Yeah. It's like a pinchy
this
moment.
This is a really exposing one.
So, yeah.
I think that's the good thing as well. It's like, you always have a little bit of grace. And then and even sometimes, like, if I can get myself, I think it's just normal business thing. You have some days where you're just so flat out that you can get yourself into a bit of a negative headspace, which I know sounds a little bit dramatic, but I think that just comes with a business. And then it is really just kind of going, I do live here. And like, the small wins are as big as the big ones as well.
And ideally, what would be amazing is one day Lydia and Callum and Lexi come over and move over here, and they can do what they want. They've came over here and they've seen the potential of what, not just the holiday side and that, but what you can do. And it's also good because they obviously, I know Lydia looks at you and goes, wow, fair play. My older, stepsister is owning her own business. And then she looks at me and thinks, my dad's been in the army all his life pretty much. And now he's working for a defence company in the military. and he's got his own business as well. So it's all about, showing other people that it can be done. Do you know what I mean? And it's, you hear it a lot. People say, oh yeah, you can put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. And it's true. It really is true. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully that they can come over here and we can all just be one big happy family living in, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, wherever.
Outreach.
And
yeah.
say again, it's a bit cheesy that, isn't it?
I was like, this is an outreach. No, that's cute.
No, it's good. But listen, I think I've really enjoyed that. Is there anything you want to pick my head about with or anything? Are you happy?
One thing I'd
Go
say
on.
is like, I feel like this is also very much just a start. This is not kind of like, we're not to look at the final destination, but the journey, the mission that we're on. We're very still in its infancy, and it's gonna grow both from my business, your business.
I think what would be cool would be, I'm not saying that we're never going to do another podcast, you and me personally, because we will.
Getting kicked off.
But no,
bid it out.
I think, can you imagine it like in about a year or 2 years' time, and we did another podcast, and then look back at this one.
That's a good idea.
And then go, wow.
Like when you used to write yourself letters, like, I'm going to read this in 3 years' time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'd be like, we'll either be like, oh, do you remember that company, the Mission
Clip
Transition? Oh, what a mess that was. Or Tarottwelve. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be like, hopefully in a couple of years' time, it'll be running itself, and you'll just be overseeing it if and when needed, with a small team, below you, doing all the work for you and that, and just making it, keeping it running. And hopefully that'll be the same for Mission Transition, where Lydia, Callum, Joshua, and Lexi can be, and you in the background as well helping, and they can just be running around,
just a shadow in the background.
No, because you just do like the pointing with the social media sort of thing.
To be fair, I'm a wee bit. No, I was gonna say I'm the family shadow, but someone's definitely took the names for the family shadow. You're the vibe. Sure.
Chloe,
where are you now, and where do you see yourself in a year time in relation to Mission Transition?
Ooh, good question. Okay, so obviously, as you know, currently at the moment, it's me with help. What we spoke about with yourself, and then obviously in the UK is Lydia's helping as well, if and when needed, which is a daily basis. In 12 months, you say, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 12 months time, are still Mission
12 in.
Say again?
Got that 12 in.
There we go, yeah. Didn't even realise. Got 12 months time. So I think I will have had a lot more contracts in, and I think I will have at least one person, maybe two people helping me over here that I've employed to help with the workload, because I think like I said to you earlier, I think it's like that next level. So yeah, these next 12 months would be successful. It's obviously only been going for 7 months, so another 12 months is a long time, but then also it's not a long time in the UAE. It goes very quick. So yeah, it'll be, everybody would have heard of Mission Transition. A lot more people would have, hopefully, which they will do, as long as I don't take my foot off the pedal on it. And yeah, it'll be more successful. There'll be more people on board, and it's getting to that point now where I've had a few people already, managing directors from companies. They're approaching me instead of what I started off with the first 6 months. I'm approaching everybody, trying to get business and that. So that's a good sign. So hopefully that will continue. What about Tarottwelve in 12 months' time? How do you see it?
As of now, it is me and the Clipper. That's when.
Yeah.
And I do partner with a business as well, help out with their clients and content and whatnot. And 12 years' time,
12
definitely
months.
will be on Tarottwelve, guys. Get to know it. that was quite cheesy. I will definitely be looking at being on the double digits of clients. You've got it fluctuates as well, because not everyone needs to do their personal branding every single month. Sometimes it's every 2 months or what. So I have about 7 clients now. So by next year I've looked to have an editor full time, and then be in double digits with clients, still enjoying what I'm doing.
Good.
Have some really nice cameras. Don't get me wrong, DJ Osmo is great, but
no, that'd be good.
Canon would be beautiful.
I do think you'll 100% achieve that, definitely, without a shadow of doubt.
And a
As long
penthouse.
as you keep going. And a penthouse, okay.
No joking, no.
That may be 12 years' time, yeah, not 12 months' time. But
No, to be fair, I'd like a wee farmhouse, but I don't think we'll get them here.
you won't get a farmhouse over.
Oh, it's a wee farm.
No, but that's good though, and we'll have to stick by that. And like I say, 12 months' time, we'll have a look back at this podcast and see if we've achieved what we've said.
Unless a business fails.
But listen, I think,
You will never see this footage.
yeah, this will be a one time and that's it. No,
I'll be burying my head in the sand, so.
But I've really
That's
enjoyed having a chat with you. It's been
Thank you.
good. You've enjoyed it, yeah?
Yeah.
It's been cool.
Thank you for
Hopefully
letting me chew your
people.
ear off.
Say again?
Thank you for letting me chew your ear off.
No. It's you do it on a daily basis anyway, so we might as well just do it in a different neutral, environment and let other people, see the pain that I go through on a daily basis. No, it's fine. It's all good. And like I said to you, we're all really proud of you. It's really, really good what you're doing, and just
you as well.
continue. Thank you.
It's very noble.
Thank you.
Very noble business.
And I think we'll definitely do this again in the near future. I think
Next week.
Stay tuned. Okay, but thanks honestly, Chloe.
Get this to 1 million likes.
I wonder how many we get views on this. I wonder if we get into double figures. But listen, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed Mission Transition episode 2. There will be another episode, okay? And I really enjoyed chatting with Chloe, and hope you have as well. And just remember the Mission Transition motto, okay? Strengthen Lexi, strengthen us. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.